Good morning, friends. If you're over the age of 55, there's something important I want you to know. Every year after midlife, our bodies naturally begin to lose muscle. In fact, research shows that after the age of 60, we can lose as much as 1 to 2% of muscle mass every year if we don't take action. This condition is called sarcopenia, and it's one of the main reasons why so many older adults struggle with weakness, falls, or even losing their independence. But here's the good news. Muscle loss is not inevitable. There are simple, practical steps you can take every single morning to stop muscle loss in its tracks, keep your body strong, and maintain the independence and vitality you deserve. And in today's video, I'm going to share two powerful things. One, a gentle yet effective morning exercise routine that wakes up your muscles and protects them from shrinking. And two, a list of common foods that silently damage aging bodies. Foods you may eat every day without realizing the harm. And of course, I'll share what to eat instead to fuel muscle and protect your health. So pour yourself a glass of water, sit comfortably, and let's walk through this together, step by step. Why muscle loss happens with age. Before we jump into the exercise, let's understand why muscle loss happens. As we age, three main changes occur in the body. First, our hormone levels decline, especially growth hormone and testosterone, both of which play a role in maintaining muscle. Second, our body becomes less efficient at using protein from food to build new muscle. And third, many of us naturally move less as we age. We sit more, walk less, and avoid strenuous activity. Put these factors together and our muscle fibers slowly shrink. Over time, this doesn't just make us weaker, it also slows our metabolism, increases fat storage, and makes it harder to control blood sugar. But here's the empowering truth. Studies have shown that even in your 70s, 80s, and beyond, your body can still build new muscle. That means it's never too late to start. The morning advantage. Now, why am I focusing on morning exercise in this video? Well, mornings are powerful for a few reasons. One, consistency. When you do your exercise first thing in the morning, you're less likely to skip it later due to fatigue or other responsibilities. Two, circulation boost. Gentle movement in the morning increases blood flow to muscles, joints, and the brain, helping you feel more alert and energized throughout the day. And three, muscle activation. Morning movement literally turns on your muscles after a night of rest, preventing stiffness and reducing the risk of falls. So think of this as giving your muscles a daily wake-up call, a signal to stay strong and active. The morning exercise that stops muscle loss. All right, let's talk about the routine itself. Don't worry, you don't need a gym, fancy equipment, or even a lot of space. Just a sturdy chair and a few minutes each morning. We'll focus on functional strength exercises, movements that mimic daily activities like standing, bending, and reaching. These are proven to help older adults maintain independence. Here's the routine. 1. Sit to stands, or chair squats. Sit on the edge of a sturdy chair, feet flat on the ground. Cross your arms over your chest or keep them on your thighs for support. Slowly stand up, then sit back down with control. Do 8 to 12 repetitions. Why it works? This move strengthens the thighs, hips, and core, the exact muscles you use when getting out of bed, standing from a chair, or using the bathroom. 2. Heel raises. Stand behind your chair, holding the backrest for balance. Slowly lift your heels off the ground, rising onto your toes. Hold for 2 seconds, then lower down. Repeat 10 to 15 times. Why it works? This move strengthens your calf muscles, improves balance and circulation, making walking easier and reducing the risk of falls. 3. Wall push-ups. Stand facing a wall, arms outstretched, palms against the wall. Bend your elbows to bring your chest toward the wall, then push back. Do 8 to 12 repetitions. Why it works? This strengthens your arms, shoulders, and chest, helpful for tasks like pushing doors open or carrying groceries. And 4. Marching in place. Stand tall, holding the chair if needed. Gently lift one knee, then the other, as if you're marching. Continue for 30 to 60 seconds. Why it works? This wakes up your hip flexors and leg muscles while also getting your heart pumping. That's it. Just 5 to 10 minutes of these simple exercises each morning can help you maintain the muscle you already have, build new strength, and protect your independence. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about consistency. Doing a little bit every day is far more powerful than doing a lot once in a while. Now, while exercise is critical, it's only half the story. What you put on your plate matters just as much. Unfortunately, there are some everyday foods that silently damage aging bodies, weaken our muscles, and speed up the aging process. In the next part of this video, I'm going to show you the most common culprits, and more importantly, I'll share healthier alternatives you can enjoy instead. So stay with me. You may be surprised by some of these. Now that we've talked about the exercise side of the equation, let's shift our focus to food. Because here's the truth, no matter how much you exercise, if your diet is secretly working against you, your body will struggle to maintain muscle and strength. Certain foods cause hidden inflammation, weaken bones, make it harder to control blood sugar, and even accelerate muscle breakdown. And unfortunately, many of these foods are common in everyday diets, things we've gotten used to eating without thinking twice. But don't worry, I'll walk you through the most common culprits, explain why they're harmful, and then give you simple swaps that will protect your muscles, joints, and energy. Foods that silently damage aging bodies. 1. Processed meats like bacon, sausages, deli meats. I know many people enjoy bacon or sausages for breakfast, but processed meats are one of the biggest silent enemies of healthy aging. They're loaded with sodium, preservatives, and chemicals like nitrates, which are linked to inflammation, high blood pressure, and even certain cancers. Better choice. Instead of bacon, try scrambled eggs, a veggie omelet, or even smoked salmon without additives. If you want that savory kick, season your food with herbs and spices like paprika, garlic, or pepper. Number 2, refined carbohydrates like white bread, pastries, donuts, sugary cereals. These foods may taste comforting, but they act like quick-burning fuel. They spike your blood sugar, causing energy crashes and encouraging fat storage. And over time, these sugar spikes damage your blood vessels and can worsen conditions like type 2 diabetes, which directly contributes to muscle loss. Better choice? Swap white bread for whole grain bread, oats, or quinoa. A warm bowl of oatmeal topped with berries and nuts is a fantastic, muscle-friendly breakfast that keeps your energy steady. Number 3, sugary drinks like sodas, sweetened teas, or fruit juices. Even 100% fruit juice can be a problem. It's loaded with natural sugars but lacks the fiber of whole fruit. Sugary drinks can sneakily add hundreds of calories a day, harm your teeth, and increase inflammation in the body. Better choice? Infuse water with lemon, cucumber, or berries. Herbal teas are also wonderful, giving you flavor without the sugar overload. Number 4, fried foods like French fries, fried chicken, chips. Fried foods are not only high in unhealthy fats, but also produce harmful compounds during cooking that can damage your cells and accelerate aging. These foods strain your digestive system, increase inflammation, and leave you feeling sluggish. Better choice? Opt for baked or air-fried versions. For example, you can make crispy sweet potato wedges in the oven with just a drizzle of olive oil. Number 5, excess alcohol. I know for some, a glass of wine or a beer feels like part of winding down, but too much alcohol weakens the liver, disrupts sleep, dehydrates your muscles, and interferes with your body's ability to absorb key nutrients like vitamin D, calcium, and protein, all crucial for maintaining strong muscles. Better choice? Limit alcohol to special occasions. Try sparkling water with lime or herbal teas in the evening for relaxation without the damage. What to eat instead? foods that build strength and protect muscles. Now let's focus on the foods that help your body instead of harm it. These foods aren't just safe, they actively fuel your muscles, bones, and energy. Here are the top categories. 1. Lean protein sources: eggs, fish, skinless chicken, beans, lentils, Greek yogurt. Protein is the building block of muscle. Aim for a lutein every meal. 2. Colorful vegetables and fruits: spinach, kale, broccoli, blueberries, oranges, packed with antioxidants that fight inflammation and slow aging. 3. Healthy fats: olive oil, nuts, seeds, and avocado. These support brain health, joint lubrication, and reduce inflammation. 4. Whole grains: oats, quinoa, brown rice, barley. Provide slow-burning energy that keeps you active all day. 5. Hydration foods: cucumbers, watermelon, soups. Staying hydrated keeps muscles flexible and reduces cramps. The food-exercise connection. Here's something powerful to remember. Your exercise and your diet work hand in hand. Think of exercise as sending the message to your body that says, "We need strong muscles." And think of food as providing the raw materials to build those muscles. Without exercise, your body never gets the signal. Without the right food, your body doesn't have the tools. But when you combine the two, that's when the magic happens. So friends, we've covered 2 essential pillars: a simple morning exercise to protect your muscles and the foods to avoid and replace for healthy aging. But there's still one more piece of the puzzle: daily habits and lifestyle choices that make these changes last and keep you strong, energetic, and independent well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. We'll talk about those in the next part of this video, including hydration, sleep, and one overlooked daily routine that dramatically slows aging. Stay with me because this last part ties everything together.
So far, we've learned how a short morning exercise routine can protect your muscles, and how simple food choices can either harm or heal your body as you age. But there's one more critical layer to this picture: your daily habits and lifestyle. You see, our bodies don't just respond to exercise and food. They respond to everything we do consistently. The way we sleep, drink water, manage stress, and move throughout the day all send powerful signals that affect our strength and longevity. Let's walk through the most important daily habits that will support your muscles, protect your joints, and help you age with energy and independence. Hydration, the forgotten key. I like to call water the cheapest anti-aging medicine in the world, and yet it's one of the most overlooked. As we get older, our sense of thirst becomes weaker. That means many older adults are walking around mildly dehydrated without even realizing it. Why it matters. Muscles are about 75% water. Without enough hydration, they become stiff and prone to cramping. Dehydration slows digestion, lowers energy, and makes falls more likely. Even a small drop in hydration can affect brain clarity and memory. What to do? Start your morning with a glass of water before coffee or tea. Aim for about 6 to 8 cups of water per day, more if you're active or it's hot outside. Add lemon, cucumber, or a splash of juice if plain water feels boring. Think of it as refueling your body's engine oil every single day. Sleep, the nighttime muscle builder. Here's something many people don't realize. Muscles don't grow while you're exercising, they grow while you're sleeping. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone, repairs muscle tissue, and rebalances your hormones. Without quality sleep, your body struggles to hold on to muscle no matter how much exercise you do. What to aim for? 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night with a consistent bedtime. Create a calming bedtime routine. Dim lights, avoid screens, sip herbal tea. Keep your room cool and dark for deeper rest. If you find yourself waking often at night, talk with your doctor. Sometimes small issues like sleep apnea, medications, or even dehydration can interfere with rest. Daily movement beyond exercise. Morning exercise is powerful, but it's not enough on its own. If we exercise for 10 minutes in the morning, but then sit for the next 10 hours, our muscles and joints still weaken. The solution is something called movement snacks. Every 30 to 60 minutes, stand up and do a little movement. Stretch your arms overhead. Walk to the kitchen for water. March in place for a minute. Or do 5 chair stands. These tiny bursts of movement keep blood flowing, prevent stiffness, and remind your body, stay strong, we're still using these muscles. Stress and muscle health. We often think of stress as only affecting our mind, but it also affects our muscles. When stress is high, your body releases cortisol, a hormone that actually breaks down muscle tissue over time. Simple ways to lower stress. Gentle breathing exercises. Inhale slowly for 4 seconds, exhale for 6 seconds. Spend time in nature, even if it's just a walk in the garden. Connect with friends, family, or community groups, because social connection is one of the strongest predictors of healthy aging. Remember, caring for your emotional health is just as important as lifting a weight or eating protein. One overlooked habit that slows aging. There's one habit I want to highlight before we wrap up this section: maintaining good posture. It may seem small, but standing tall with your shoulders back and core gently engaged has huge benefits. Good posture keeps your spine aligned, prevents back pain, improves balance, and helps you breathe better. Quick posture check. When you're standing or sitting, imagine a string gently pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling. Relax your shoulders down and back. Keep your core lightly engaged, not stiff. Practicing this daily not only makes you feel stronger, it also signals to your body, I am capable, I am balanced, I am steady. So friends, here's what we've built together so far. A simple morning exercise routine to keep your muscles strong, smart food swaps to fuel your body instead of silently harming it, and daily habits, hydration, sleep, posture, stress control, and small movements that make all the difference. But before we finish, there's one last piece of wisdom I want to share: how to stay motivated. Because we all know what to do, it's sticking with it that can be the hardest part. And that's exactly what we'll cover in the final section: practical, realistic strategies to stay consistent and make these habits a joyful part of your life. Stay with me, you won't want to miss this last part.
So friends, we've covered the foundation. Gentle morning exercises that protect your muscles. Smart food choices that keep your body young and strong. And essential daily habits like hydration, sleep, and stress management. But here's the truth. None of this matters unless you can stick with it. And for many of us, consistency is the hardest part. The good news is, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to stay steady. And I'm going to give you a few practical, science-backed strategies to make these habits last for life. Start small and build up. Many people make the mistake of trying to change everything at once. New diet, new exercise, new routine. And after a week, it feels overwhelming, so they stop. The key is to start small. If you're new to exercise, begin with just one move, like sit-to-stands. If you want to change your eating, swap out one food at a time. Maybe replace soda with water. Once that feels easy, add another habit. This creates momentum, and success builds on success. Make it enjoyable. Here's a secret. If you don't enjoy the process, you won't stick with it. So ask yourself, what forms of movement feel good to you? Walking in nature? Dancing to music? Stretching in the morning? What healthy foods do you actually enjoy? Maybe it's a fresh berry smoothie or a warm bowl of vegetable soup. The best routine isn't the perfect one. It's the one you look forward to doing. Use social support. We humans are wired for connection. When you share your goals with others, you are far more likely to succeed. Try this. Exercise with a partner or friend, even if it's just a phone call check-in afterward. Join a walking group, senior center activity, or online community. Involve your family. Ask your grandkids to do a march in place challenge with you. When health becomes social, it becomes fun and much easier to stick with. Track your progress. Another way to stay motivated is by tracking your wins. Ideas? Keep a simple journal. Write down your exercises, meals, or how you feel each day. Celebrate small victories. I drank my water today. I did 10 sit-to-stands. I slept 7 hours. Notice how your body responds. More energy, easier movement, better mood. Progress isn't always about numbers. Sometimes it's simply realizing you can get up from a chair more easily, walk farther without stopping, or climb stairs with less effort. Shift your mindset. Here's something I want you to remember. Aging is not about decline. It's about adaptation. Yes, our bodies change, but with the right care, they can remain strong, capable, and full of vitality. Every time you move your body, every time you choose a healthier meal, you're sending a powerful message. I am choosing strength. I am choosing independence. I am choosing life. And that mindset, more than anything else, will carry you through. So, let's put it all together. Wake up your body each morning with gentle, functional movements. Choose foods that nourish, not harm. Support your health with daily habits like water, rest, and posture. And most importantly, stay consistent with joy, patience, and self-compassion. Remember, it's never too late to start. Your body is always listening, always responding, and always capable of growth. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If you found this helpful, give this video a like, subscribe for more senior health and wellness tips, and share it with a friend who could use a little encouragement. Until next time, stay strong, stay steady, and stay well.